last month, the Chinese company Dalian Wanda Group purchased AMC Entertainment Holdings at $2.6 billion, a move which is seen as increasing involvement of Chinese companies investing in the U.S. entertainment and culture sector. Wanda is believed to have assets totaling $35 billion and is involved in real estate, luxury hotels, tourism, department stores, and entertainment. In the slush industry, the company is number one in China with more than $1.6 billion invested since 2005. Based in Kansas City, Missouri, AMC Entertainment is the second largest theater chain in North America, operating more than 346 theaters and 5,034 screens in the U.S., second only to Regal Entertainment Group. AMC is also the world's largest operator of IMAX screens. It's reported that nearly 200 million people watched movies in AMC theaters in 2011. As part of the $2.6 billion deal, China's Wanda intends to invest as much as $500 million more in AMC to fund strategic and operating initiatives by the U.S. company. Klaus Miller is the New York correspondent for FilmFestivals.com and a professor at Hunter College. He believes the deal is a sound investment for Wanda.
An economic decision, Wanda is involved in the real estate, they're involved in owning hotels, they're involved in all kind of other areas, the conglomerate, Going to the movies, to the theaters has remained fairly stable, $10 billion, $11 billion per year, So it's a good investment,
Previously an Assistant Secretary of Defense for International Security Affairs under President Bill Clinton, Joseph Nye is currently the University Distinguished Service Professor at Harvard University. He said, quote, "If the purchase between Wanda and AMC helps to improve the performance of Chinese films in the U.S. and American films in China, that would be good for the soft power of both countries and a win-win situation." Some experts, however, express concern about management after the transition and suggest that in order to better operate, Wanda, as a foreign company investing in the U.S., needs to spend time learning and observing. So some experts express their concerns that Wanda may face some challenges in terms of management. What do you think of this?
I think that it needs to take time for people to understand what's going on, which is why I was saying that there potentially could be negative rhetoric. But if the management plays its cards right and makes sure that the AMC employees are happy, those employees will then become good ambassadors for the company, and that would be a source of good PR on the soft power level without having to use and spend millions of dollars on commercials and other things that may actually have the opposite effect.
Wanda is just one example of a Chinese company striking deals with a U.S. counterpart in recent years. In 2005, China-based multinational technology company Lenovo bought the PC business of American icon IBM. Wanxiang, a Chinese auto parts maker that began investing in the U.S. in the early 1990s, now generates $2 billion in annual revenue in the States. It's expected that more Chinese companies will be making similar moves, though it's critical for those planning to invest in the U.S. to better understand and adapt to the American marketplace. Besides the deal between Wanda and AMC, there are some other Chinese companies trying to invest here in the United States. What suggestions do you have for them?
The Chinese companies really need to work with sophisticated public relations firms and marketing firms to really understand the American marketplace. The U.S. has had much success breaking into China. We see Walmart and McDonald's and all those people, have franchises all over China because they have learned to study the Chinese consumer, understand what they will purchase and figure that out and cater to that. The Chinese companies have not done the same with the Americans. They have practically no idea how an American American consumer will react to certain things. And so until they can study that and really understand the American consumer deeply to be able to classify the different types of consumers they want to go after and understand the psychology and understand how to appeal to their emotions the way that an American retailer can, then they're not going to succeed here, unfortunately, because there's some very sophisticated American companies that have really taken a hold, such as Ralph Lauren knows how to appeal to the old traditional, you know, classic look. Then you've got Abercrombie and Fitch, you know, with the sexy, you know, male models, and people just want to buy into the sex symbol. So all these things are things that I'm not sure the Chinese companies understand yet. They need to really understand psychology first before they can come here and really succeed.
According to a study by the Rhodium Group, Chinese foreign direct investment in the U.S. totaled $5.2 billion in 2010 and $4.5 billion in 2011. Yuhan Liu, China Daily, New York.